Haidar, and today my speech is going to be about the distractions of this world during Ramadan. In this holy month of Ramadan, we must resist and withstand the distractions of this materialistic world. One of the biggest challenges of living in the 21st century is the incredible consumer materialistic lifestyle. The USA has found a way to market their lifestyle in our day-to-day lives. This is a problem, and the problem is because it's readjusting our priorities and is distracting us from getting closer towards God. With God's infinite grace, He afflicts us with trials preserved by trials and tribulations perceived by most people as a curse, but in fact is a blessing in disguise, because only when we are in pain we recognize that we are distracted and that we're losing focus, and you then turn to God. Without problems like disease, pain, and trials and difficulties, we wouldn't turn towards God. Depending on our point of view, this world can be viewed as two different things. To most people, this world is a distraction, an amusement park, a playground. But to those who keep their focus, those who remained in focus and look at the bigger picture, into what is truly important, into what is a waste of time. The world is completely different. It's not a means of wasting time, but it's a means of readjusting focus. A hadith by Imam Ali alayhi salam, he says that a world that allows you to get to your destination, a vehicle to reach perfection, and one that is cursed. Cursed because you fail to look at this world and look beyond it, and you think that this is all there is, YOLO. It is in fact a philosophy that is adopted by 99% of the world today, YOLO, which means today is all there is. You live in the here and now. Basically, which it means you only live once. And this can be viewed in two different ways, that you only live once, might as well have fun and, engage in these selfish desires and materialistic lifestyle. But you can actually think of it the other way and think of that this world is all there is, and we need to draw closer to God. We need to find the truth. And today we gather around today to learn the truth. Imam Ali, another hadith by Imam Ali alayhi salam, is afflictions, troubles, and problems reaches a believer faster than the water coming down the mountain towards a valley. We're meant to remember not that this world is some God-forsaken jungle, but that this is a place to become closer to God and acquire the tools to become better and draw closer towards God. If you see someone experiencing pain, trials, or tribulations, it is a good time for you to cleanse yourselves. Is it a good time for us to say to ourselves that if God had the will, He could have did the same thing to us, and that we should thank God and say to ourselves, Alhamdulillah, الذي عافانا من لبته له به وأعشى له فعل. Praise to be although God. Every single person is being tested in their very own way. Like when we see people that are experiencing these problems, God is putting them through those problems to see whether they're gonna, forget about God and get angry at Him, or draw closer towards God, because God has given us this gift that He inflicts these problems upon us, and that we have it's like a 50-50 decision where you choose to draw closer toward God or get away from Him, because you think that God did that to you in order to have you experience pain, but He did that for you to realize the bigger picture. Another hadith by Imam Ali, not Imam Ali, Imam Ibn Musa Ibn Ja'far, he quotes from Nabi Isa, "O my disciples, Do not look at the people's wealth of this world because the glitter of their wealth and the shine of it wipes away the light of their faith. And another hadith by Imam Ali wa alayhi wasallam, he says that this is a world, this world is a feature of its essence, it's the deceptive and the cunning nature. It deserves you. Translated, الدنيا تغر وتمر. This world can be viewed in two different ways. You know, there's two levels of it really, because the first level is this world's glamour and beauty. You look at it, and you're automatically drawn to it. For example, if you see a beautiful, fast car, you know, a sports car, you see it and like, wow, I want that car. And then you look at your car and you're like, man, I don't want that car anymore. It's not good enough. It's never good enough for you because there's always something better out there, and you're always drawn to your selfish desires. And when you see something amazing in this world, you think that's beautiful. It's what's really beautiful beyond that. When you die, Allah has created this world. You see the sky is beautiful, but imagine what's beyond that when you die. We need to look at the bigger picture. And the second level, another example is if you see a bigger, more spacious house. You know, if you're going looking for houses and you see this house, it's very big. It's a mansion. You see, it's beautiful. And your house, the house you have, it's never good enough because the house, the materialistic it's never good enough. You always want more, and it's always about materials in this world. The second level is you want to try to limit yourself from this beauty, and the second limit is that the world deserves you in another way. It is to make you think that this lifespan of 70, 90, 80 years or so, that it's constant and it's permanent, and you live in this life, and it's never going to come to you. Whether you see your neighbor next door, you know, dies, you know, or a relative dies, you know, we don't want to say that, but when it comes to it, all these things come around you, and it's never going to happen to me. That's what you say to yourself, that all these problems and tribulations, it's all around you, but it comes to you, and it doesn't ever come to you, and it's your lifestyle. You think it's permanent, and there's nothing ever going to happen to you that's gonna have you see the truth. Like, it is in the holy month of Ramadan where we take the opportunity to cleanse ourselves and draw more closer towards God. And this world is short to engage ourselves in this materialistic desires and temptations we see all around us, things like that. We need to keep ourselves engaged, focused with the real meaning, because every single thing around us, it's all like a hallucination. Yeah, it's not like literally a hallucination, but it's all there to either draw. It's like a filterization system. It draws out those who are really looking at the bigger picture, because all there is God, and it's not all this materialistic stuff. Because you think that if you have a nice house and you have all these wealth and stuff like that, you think it's gonna affect you in your afterlife? It's not. It's not gonna give you anything when you're dead. That's why we need to keep ourselves focused. I want to thank you for listening to my speech. May Allah accept your a'mal in this holy month of Ramadan. Salawat.